Hi friends, good morning. I know most of you are staying at home because of the pandemic COVID-19. The word COVID was not familiar to us before 2019. And before 2019, we didn't hear much about the coronavirus. The spread of this pandemic brought so many words into English and made us familiar with many existing words. So we can say when people found much difficulty during the last 2 years, many new words enter into English language and they are widely used. You know, every 3 months Oxford English Dictionary adds new words and phrases. Coronavirus is a general term. There are different kinds of coronaviruses. Common cold is a kind of coronavirus disease. COVID-19 is a particular strain of virus we are fighting today. COVID-19 is a specific term. The outbreak of this pandemic brought so many changes in the usual common habits of human beings. For example, we greeted people by shaking hands before the outbreak of COVID-19. But nowadays, we practice elbow bump to greet others. To express our joy, the mirth of celebrations, we use high fives. COVID-19 made us to rethink the ways we interact. We practice new habits, and new habits bring new words in the English language. And I must say, sometimes we took outside some words from the huge collection of words and widely used them. So now we use words and phrases like self-isolation, self-quarantine, social distancing, lockdown and work from home. Language is an important means of communication and it is the expression of human personality in words, whether spoken or written. The most amazing thing about any language is that it is still evolving. Take the case of English language. The English vocabulary alone is increasing at a pace of approximately 1,000 new and approved words per year. This dramatic increase in new words is largely due to the development of technology and people spontaneously coin new words in their email and text transmissions. Thus, these new words spread quickly and efficiently via social media. It is interesting to watch how new words enter into the language. Let us discuss different ways of word formation in English, the language which got global acceptance. I have mentioned you the dramatic increase of new words in English language due to the development of technology. The words that entered into the day-to-day use of English due to the development of technology are portmanteau words or blended words. A portmanteau word is a word that combines the meaning of two discrete words. For example, cineplex is formed from cinema and complex. The word bromance is formed from brother and romance. Staycation is formed from stay and vacation. In portmanteau words, we see the beginning of one word is added to the end of another and subtracting words between. By this process, the vocabulary of English has immensely increased in the last 100 years. Let us examine some more examples. The word slide is a blending of two words, slip and guide. Flaunt is a blend of flout and vaunt. Mutter is a blend of motorist and hotel. Smog is a blend of smoke and fog. Lewis Carroll, famous writer, deliberately contributed so many portmanteau words in English. Conversion is another process by which the vocabulary of English language increased. Conversion is also known as functional shift. By conversion we mean the change of the same word from one part of speech to another. Here the form of the word remains unchanged, but it is used in a different grammatical function, which in effect makes it a new word. Though this process existed in all stages of English language history, it flourished in modern English. To take an example, the word feature may be used alone as a noun. It may be used in the modifying position in feature picture, or it may be used as a verb in the verb to feature. The most common examples for the conversion of a noun into a verb are bell, bridge, color, ditch, ink, paper and stone. When we cross the bridge, we use bridge as a noun. But when we try to bridge the gap between two relations, we use the word bridge as a verb. In the sentence, for whom the bell tolls, bell is a noun. But in the interrogative sentence, when the school bell rings, we use bell as a noun. There are certain borrowings from contemporary French that we use in our day-to-day life, like sabotage and camouflage. Shortening or clipping is another form of word formation in English. In this process, a word may be lobed at either end. What remains over is the new word, and both the old and the new words may then substitute at different levels of language. See the word fridge. It is the shortened form of refrigerator. Photo for photograph, gym for gymnasium, and trig for trigonometry are other examples. This process has sometimes enriched the vocabulary by adding a shorter word. In some cases, the shortened word has difference in meaning or use. For examples, tend and addend, mend and amend, loan and alone have different meanings. There are so many examples in our daily life for shortened words. Cinema for cinematograph, mope for mobile vulgus, mic for microphone, cab for cabriolet, zoo for zoological garden, submarine for submarine vessel are recognized once. Back formation is another kind of shortening. This process involves the removal of affixes. Thus, the new verb edit has been produced by back formation from the noun editor. The word beg is a back formation of beggar, and it is a very early one. Other examples for back formation are diagnose from diagnosis, gel from jelly, peddle from peddler, audit from auditor, televise from television, to resurrect from resurrection, gloom from gloomy, and greed from greedy. Derivation is a process by which a new word is formed from an existing word, making it a stem or root of the created word. This is one of the very ancient methods of forming words. This method exists in all the different periods of English language history. In derivation, we add an affix to a single word. There are a number of words coined with the help of suffixes. Thus, we have the words cleverly, cleverness, mouthful, speechless, kingdom, kinship, writer, childhood, clockwise, etc. In the 19th and 20th century, we see several Latin prefixes lending readily themselves to new combinations. Thus, formations like transcontinental, transliterate, trans-Siberian, and several technical terms became common. We get post-impressionism, post-modern age, post-war, etc. by adding the prefix post. In the same way, we use the prefix pre in prenatal, prehistoric, preschool, etc. Another prefix sub brought new words like subtitle, submerged, sub-inspector, etc. Compounding is another method of word formation. It involves combining two or more existing words in order to form a new word. This method is also known as composition. We add words in different parts of speech to get a new word. For example, in words like railroad, weekend, fingerprint, lipstick, railway, newsprint, we add two nouns to get a compound word. In words like blackberry, sweetmeat, big shot, we combine an adjective with a noun. In words like overthrow, bypass, etc., we add adverb with verb. Words like overdue, evergreen, underripe are examples for adverb with adjective. Thus, in compounding, we can see as many new words by combining two different words in different parts of speech. Compounding, even today, is the most potent means of adding to the vocabulary. Another method of word formation is syncopation. This is a process by which a vowel is elided and the consonants on either side of it are run together. With the result of that, a syllable is lost. The past participle of the word bear, B-E-A-R, was born, B-O-R-E-N. This born, owing to the process of syncopation, became born, B-O-R-N. The word warren, W-O-R-E-N, became worn, W-O-R-N. The word once, O-N-E-S, became O-N-C-E, etc. are other examples for syncopation. Another method of word formation is meta-analysis. It is a Greek term meaning reanalysis or different analysis. The term adder was originally nadder. So, nadder by the process of meta-analysis became adder. Other examples, an apron became an apron. An orange became an orange. An ick name became a nickname. You might have heard the word onomatopoeia. There are so many onomatopoeic words in English. The formation of these words attributed to echoism and sound symbolism. That means the sound of these words seem to resemble closely the sound they denote. For example, whiz, hiss, fizz, sizzle, titter. In these examples, please note the word hiss, H-I-S-S, I have mentioned. This word is formed out of the sound that a snake produces while attacking its enemy. Thus, the word hiss is created by the process of onomatopoeia. There are so many examples for onomatopoeic words in English, like bang, boo, buzz, cackle, chirp, click, giggle, hum, quack, ping pong, ding dong, tic tac, etc. There are certain words in English that derived from proper or personal names. I have no doubt that you have tested and tasted so many kinds of sandwiches during the pandemic period. The word sandwich took its name from a lord called Sandwich who first invented this kind of refreshment for his card parties. I'm sure all of you like the flower dahlia. The word dahlia perpetuates the name of its cultivator, a Swedish botanist called Dahl. Pants, a shortened form for pantaloons, took its name from the characters of the old pantomimes who wore such a kind of dress. Gin, the drink, takes its name from Geneva, where it was originally prepared. The words sadism and sadist perpetuate the civil reputation of Marquis Sade, who lived between 1740 and 1814, who combined sexual perversion with a lust of cruelty. Guy is an interesting derivation. Guy Fawkes was involved in the gunpowder plot of 1605. Guy was detected and punished. Such notorious men came to be called Guys after Guy Fawkes. Words have been coined from the place names also. Tabasco, a sauce, gets its name from the place where it originated, namely Tabasco River in Mexico. The word calico, coined from Calicut, cambric from Cambrai, millinery from Milan, damask from Damascus, and muslin from Mosul. There are so many words in English which are consciously and deliberately coined. Almost all the scientific terms in English are of this deliberate coinage. Greek words oxygen, hydrogen, biology, geology, geography, astrology, astronomy, gramophone, telescope, microscope, and so many scientific words and Latin words, radiator, propeller, manicure, extembore, are examples for deliberate and conscious coinage as a part of. There are so many words which are coined from initials in English. When we mention the person who is elected or nominated to the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, we normally do not take pain of uttering the full phrase Member of Parliament. Instead, we only say MP. It is hard whether to speak or to write the full form of United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. And so, the very originators themselves declared that henceforward it shall be known as UNESCO, making it an easy expression. If the words which are formed from initial letters and if they are pronounceable, we call them acronyms. AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome. AIDS is a very good example for an acronym. When somebody asks us our qualification, we just say BA or MA instead of saying Bachelor of Arts or Master of Arts. There are so many shortened words by coining initials. Most of them have not been found in dictionaries, yet they are in use both in the spoken and written English. As I mentioned in the beginning, the pandemic COVID-19 made so many English words active. Some of them are words coined from initials, like PPE kit. PPE is the short form of personal protective equipments. WFH for work from home. TPR for test positivity rate. And the very word COVID is the short form of coronavirus disease. I hope all of you have got some idea about the techniques in new word formation and in the activation of the existing words in English. Let me express my gratitude to all the faculties and students of Postgraduate Department of English, Baitul Izza College, Nalikani, and especially my friend Dr. Ahmed, who gave me this opportunity to be a part of the national webinar. Thank you everybody, and stay home and stay safe.